Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is a little bit abrupt, a little bit on the spot, but I've just come out of my local supermarket, as you can possibly see. It's up there. I'm just in the car park underneath, but I had a couple of people ask me about my training. I do a lot of gym sessions and I'm quite into my nutrition and stuff like that. And I've had a couple of people say to me, it'd be interesting to, this was a while ago, but they said it'd be interesting to see what sort of nutritional stuff I'm buying. So although this isn't the sort of vlog that I normally would do, I thought, why not? So I've actually just bought it. It's all in the boot at the back of the car here. But what I thought I'd do is I'll head home and I'll vlog it as I'm unpacking it, and you can see what I'm buying if it's of interest to you. So anyway, I'll catch you back when I get back home. Right guys, I've just made it back. So the supermarket I've been to is Mercadona, which is, I don't know, if you like, it's like your Walmart in the States or your Tesco's in the UK. It's a chain that's all over Spain. Anyway, for what you're about to see, the price came to a very reasonable €100.13. So anyway, let's go through what we've got for that money, guys. So the first thing we've got, it's non-edible, but toilet rolls. Okay, so we got, I think it's like a kilo and a bit of bananas. We also managed to get some tortilla. I like these are really handy. They taste really great. So, you know, omelets I normally cook if I'm at home, but if I'm going somewhere, maybe I'm going to the office, I get these, I can stab them, put them in the microwave for 5 minutes and they're brilliant. So 2 of those as well. We also ended up getting 3 cartons of this, which I'm really excited about. I've not tried this before. I've heard about it, but I've not tried it, but it's protein milk. So looking forward to seeing that. I did actually pick up standard milk, and then I remembered that I'd seen this, so I picked up 3 cartons of that. We also ended up with some ketchup, and of course, at the end of the day, I am English, so we've got some Heinz baked beans. Okay, then we move on. More protein. Excited about this one as well, guys. This is a protein ice cream. So this is a banana, it was a banana brownie actually. So really excited to try that as well. So that's kind of like, if you like, I won't eat it all tonight, but I'll possibly have like half a tub of that tonight. So that's a treat, if you like. But it's a treat that's decent because it gives me the protein, and with my gym sessions you can't have enough protein. More protein there, so I've got some protein yogurts. They are vanilla flavour. I also got more protein yogurts which are caramel cream. Again, nice little things to have when, you know, if you're sitting down in the evening and you just want something while you're watching a movie. You know, something like that's very, very nice. Also, another treat, but got to do it. This is really, really interesting. The Spanish will know about this, and if you're not, then I suggest you go and try it. So this is a product called membrillo, and this is fresh cow and goat cheese. But basically, you slice this fresh cheese, and then you put some of this membrillo on top of it, as you can probably see there in the photo. I'm not really sure the best way to describe this membrillo, but it's kind of like, it's very, very sweet. It's almost got like a honey taste to it, but the two of these together, absolutely incredible. So something nice when you're having a cup of tea again in the evenings, if you're not eating one of the protein ice creams or protein yogurt, a couple of slices of that and it's really good. And also as well, my wife absolutely loves that, so quite often we'll have a bottle of wine and we'll demolish one of those between us as well, so that's nice. Okay, also for breakfast is very, very important, particularly if you train. So I always have these. So these are basically oats. I've tried lots of different ones, and these are probably the favourite ones that I've ever had. They're really, really good. I normally mix it up with bananas, and then I put a couple of tiny little squares of dark chocolate in, blueberries, and oat milk as well, and it's just a beautiful breakfast to start the day off. Okay, carrying on, we've got cheap meal really, some hamburgers there. Then we've got some minced meat, really nice. You know, put this in the pan, mix it up with some rice, mix it up with some vegetables. I get the wok vegetables because you get a nice selection in there, so it's a really nice lunch. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be having that now because I've also just come back from the gym. Then also, these will last for a month, but you know, if you come home very late, you just don't want to cook, I do get these. These are fresh pizzas from the same supermarket, and they're probably, if I'm going to be honest with you, the best pizzas that I've ever had. Carbonara, they're super nice. The crust is filled as well with some cheese, and they're like €3 each. They're absolutely brilliant. So again, a bit of a cheap meal. Okay, moving on. Toiletries. Then we have some fresh blueberries I mentioned just now. I have these in with my oats in the morning with bananas, a couple of pieces of dark chocolate and oat milk. Then I have oat milk here. I think we got three lots of those. Pringles, my wife will tell you, these are also another treat that I have. Because the thing is as well, you know, if you train as often as I do, and I train basically 5 or 6 times a week, and I'm very particular with nutrition, I genuinely am, but you can't just stop living. So, you know, everything in moderation. So these are my unhealthy treats, if you like. And like I say, I have one of these every 2 weeks, and I really enjoy it. You know, back in the days where I wasn't training and I wasn't interested in my nutrition, I would have one of these every couple of days, literally. But now, you know, this pack will last me a couple of weeks, and I really enjoy that. Okay, carrying on guys, you can see how much we're getting here for €100. These are the vegetables that I will use with the meat there, and I will put some rice in as well, so I'll cook that meat up there. So effectively it will be this minced meat with these vegetables, and then I will get around 50 grams of rice, and I'll put that in also, and then mix it all together once it's cooked. Really healthy dinner. You've got your nutrients there obviously, and a lot of people sort of think with frozen vegetables that they're not as good as fresh, and the truth of the matter is, I have read on several occasions that frozen vegetables are actually better because they lock the freshness in and the flavour. So of course, anyway, those matched with that and 50 grams of rice for my carbs is very nice, and I'll be having that for lunch. Then I've just got some olive oil that needed to be gotten, some hair clay, which you have to have. Then we've got 2 more oat milks. This one is probably again one of my favourite ones that I've had. There are more expensive ones. I think these are like €1.20 each. There are some that you can get for like €2 or €3, but I like this one. I think this is really nice on my breakfast, and it also tastes great in coffee. And then tomatoes, guys. I absolutely love these tomatoes at the supermarket stores. Okay, moving on. We are getting there now. Strawberries, absolutely love strawberries, so I don't normally pick them up, but they just look so good today, so I thought, right, I've got to get those as well. Then we've got a leg of pork. I normally, depending really on what training session I'm doing, I normally will eat one of these on its own. So this is 0.6 of a kilo, so it's quite a lot of meat there. But I will eat one of these on my own typically, depending on what training session I'm doing, and mix it with some vegetables. But the last couple of times I've had these, I've decided to split it into 2. So I've had these with a small portion of rice and vegetables, so one of these in half, and I think it's probably enough, if I'm honest. I think when I've eaten it whole, it's just been a little bit too much. Then mushrooms. I do like to make curries and stuff like that, homemade curries. And I also like to throw these into an omelette as well. So mushrooms, And also carbonara. I make my own twist on the carbonara, so I always use mushrooms for that. Then we've got these turkey hot dog type things, and believe it or not, these are full of protein. I was actually shocked when I found out, because I've eaten these for years and I absolutely love them, I really do. But now I found out that they're the opposite of what I thought. I thought they weren't healthy, and from a protein point of view, they actually are pretty good. So that made my day. Then, of course, if you're into training, more protein, we've got chicken, 3 packs of chicken. That would typically last me maybe 10 days, more or less. Remember guys, all this for €100. Bin bags, obviously. Got to look after the recycling. Some dark chocolate. Like I say, this pack typically lasts 3 weeks. I could make it last longer, but it's about 3 weeks, because I have a couple of squares in with my oats in the mornings. Okay, moving on. Pipas, which are sunflower seeds. I really like these. I sit there quite often when I'm watching a movie and have a couple of handfuls of these. I mean, it's more of an action. It's more, as an ex-non-smoker, when I stopped smoking 5 years ago, because you're used to having something in your mouth, these were the great replacement. Obviously, I don't need these now to stop smoking. I just don't smoke. I haven't smoked for years, 5 years. But I still like the pippers, so I always get those. Then we've got, of course, I am British at the end of the day, so PG tips. Moving on, some baby wipes, but they're just for cleaning my crepes. Then we've got some burger buns. We've got a courgette, and we also have a loaf of bread. I always go for brown bread. That's one of the things that I've noticed a lot with me. My consumption of bread has cut down dramatically. Like, I used to eat a loaf like this. What's this? 28 slices, 26 slices. I used to eat one of these in a couple of days. Now, lasts me, I don't know, a whole life. I end up throwing them out, but easily 2 weeks now. So my consumption of bread has definitely gone down dramatically. And then the last thing, guys, peanuts. Again, just a handful now and then. I like those, some good nutrition in there as well. So anyway, guys, as you can see, for €100, we got all of this stuff here. Amazing, really, for what's there and the quality of the food that's there as well. So it's not always about what you spend. It can be about just thinking about your meals and putting them together. Like I say, obviously there's not whole meals here. I already have stuff in the cupboards and stuff in the fridge and freezer there, but these are nice essentials to help sort of prep, if you like. So anyway, guys, I hope this one's been interesting. It's not the normal thing at all, but I've had a couple of people ask me about it, so I thought, you know what, let's quickly do it. And it was very sort of impromptu, and it was literally, I was sitting in the car and I thought, I should vlog this. Anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit on that subscribe button there in the corner. It'll bless me, help get the numbers up, and I see you soon.